line Rosa, always in question. I don't think he wants to take that out against Leo. Yeah, so we'll see what these players have. I mean, with Mario's shenanigans and Marth's tipper always being a threat, we can see stocks potentially ending prematurely for either side.
That we can. That said, though, the battle in neutral will be one that will be difficult for Dark Wizzy. You know, MKLeo's Marth especially is just so good at setting up this wall, just not committing in those moments, and then just injecting his own attacks.
Yeah, and we'll see from Dark Wizzy a lot of the movement options reminiscent of Ally. We have like the sort of like stuttering step that you get, the run to like stop dash, and the non-committals that you'll see from players like Ally, who's always like weaving in and out as a Mario character, right? As Mario, who isn't really thought to be a, you know, incredibly mobile character, but you know, there's movement options that we're seeing already now from Dark Wizzy in the first 30 seconds, showing that he understands how to play this character and how to move with him.
Yes. And we see primarily MKLeo, he's playing the game such that he works his way in to coax Dark Wizzy into coming to him, and then he weaves back slightly to force a misspacing and then punishes a whiff with something like a forward air or whatever else he needs to.
Yeah, situations in which Leo is just out of reach benefit Leo, but once Wizzy gets that grab, he'll be able to capitalize. But as we've always seen, the sword characters give the Mario Brothers the most amount of work in this game, only because those stubby appendages, I mean, it's hard.
That'll be it. The jab into the tipper up tilt. Beautiful stuff coming
Tipper
out
up
from
tilt.
MKLeo.
Not even a arguably flashy move like a smash attack, but that's enough with Tipper. He was already over 100, and that'll kill. And that's what we'll see a lot of Mario players have problems with, is how do I get in without trading or without dying? Because again, like, no approach with the back airs, the raw back airs that we can, you know, sort of put Leo into a bad situation in, but the threat of the sword is always going to keep Wizzy one step behind.
But a nice combo, yes. A nice combo and a great tech.
Players have to be careful with some of the spikes that they do manage, because a tech roll out of that could actually end up not in their favor. We've seen that from certain characters like Cloud, who are able to down air spike onto the stage, but the tech roll actually results in a death from them.
And right there, we of course see the death for Mario coming out from the tipper up air. Beautiful play.
2-stock 105.
Excellent play coming out from MKLeo. Dark Wizzy really wasn't able to get what he wanted to started. Just the range at which MKLeo was playing just prevented him from really getting those grabs, getting those combo starters, and it made it really tough for him.
Admittedly so. Like I was saying in the beginning, the Mario Brothers have problems with swords, and swords are ever so relevant in the meta right now. We see Cloud at the top, we see Marth in and around the top, and Lucina. And for the most part, as long as those swords are swinging, it's going to be hard for Mario to do anything about it. Because the same thing that goes with, you know, playing these characters expertly, right? Marth is having that restraint and actually meeting their hitboxes with your disjoint. So MKLeo does a lot of that against Mario, and it just makes it so hard for Wizzy to do anything about that.
That said, though, the one opportunity that we see from Wizzy where he was able to get those grabs, 2 grabs, put MKLeo on 71%.
71% from from 2 grabs, and at the same time we do see those platforms also giving Dark Wizzy those options to land on, but also to extend his combo. Okay, raw up smash, so steal. And many players also do mention the trouble that they have with actually contesting the ledge against Marth, against Lucina, only because their up B hitbox is just so obnoxiously in front of them, to the point where, like, as Mario, you risk getting stage spike by potentially getting in between. Very nice.
That was a beautifully timed.
Cut me off and talk about that. Cut me off and talk about that. So right there, actually getting out an up smash from the middle of a dancing blade, that's wild.
Yeah, that third hit of Dancing Blade isn't very safe at all, but the tipper back air just being enough at 105, even on the larger blast zones of Battlefield.
I want to say that Dark Wizzy did DI that, but at the same time, that tipper is just so deadly. And likewise, for Dark Wizzy, the combos get extended by platforms, but same goes for MKLeo, who's able to slash through those platforms with his tipper.
Yeah, MKLeo is just playing incredibly fast and incredibly sort of aggressive right now.
Big damage. Nope, 29.
Just out of range for that forward smash. The tipper F smash probably would have eliminated the Dark Wizzy's final stock right there.
Okay, so now in the late game, we're seeing a lot of Wizzy's options being sucked up by the sword, which has been happening most of the set, but now it's going to matter more than ever before, only because this is his tournament stop.
Absolutely. Dancing Blade doesn't quite get the tipper, I don't think.
Okay, he actually did wait. I thought that MKLeo would actually track him down, but he threw that sword early to no avail. Nice
But the
up.
tipper up air once again, taking the game. And MKLeo winning, moving on, I believe, to top.
2-0. Two-stock first game ending at 105. Second game, Wizzy did take a stock, but I want to say that even to the best of his ability, that matchup is so treacherous for him.
And it's just the fact that MKLeo was doing a lot of very carefully placed whiffs.